That big snowfall behind us, let's take a step back and make sure we know some foundational terms about winter weather. Our meteorologist, Konrad Supinski, is here to tell us about some different precipitation types. Konrad?
Dan, as we head more and more into the winter months, we're going to see all sorts of wintry precipitation. Now, this is a shot I actually took from the Chicago area. The roads might look good, right? But psych, those roads are not looking good at all. There's some freezing rain that actually fell right before that snow, and that is one of the most dangerous type of winter weather conditions. Now, big question is, right, how does different precipitation form? Very big question for a lot of viewers and a lot of people that are just curious, how does this weather form? Now, let's start out with some plain old rain, right? This is what we get most of the year, of course, here in the Northwoods, not quite getting rain during the winter months, but all precipitation starts with snow. We have very cold temperatures, several thousand feet up into the atmosphere, and it always starts as a snow, and then as we have that thick layer of warmer temperatures in the atmosphere, it falls down to the surface as rain. Of course, as on the surface, we do have above freezing temperatures. A lot different story when it comes to freezing rain. Now, this layer, the warm layer in the atmosphere, not quite as big. We're looking at maybe a couple of thousand feet up in the atmosphere, but it does not have enough time to freeze into sleet, and then on the surface, temperatures around freezing or below that, it sticks on literally everything, and that's why it is very, very dangerous, because it arrives just like that, and you can't even see it. It's just like a little bit of a glaze on the roads. Now, sleet, a little bit smaller warm layer in the atmosphere, so it does have plenty of time for those water sprinkles to start really freezing up into some sleet, and of course, snow on the back end. Right about here, we are looking at just some cold temperatures all the way from the atmosphere down to the surface. Now, freezing rain is one of the most dangerous types of weather conditions just because it just comes out of nowhere, and of course, roads might seem good, but that is not quite the case. I would recommend do not slam on your brakes, keep your steering wheel straight, and of course, please be careful. Leave extra room in front of that vehicle in front of you. Dan?
Some great tips. Most people stayed inside today. That's not the case for our meteorologist, Konrad Supinski, who joins us now from Lake Julia near Rhinelander, hoping for a big one. Konrad, it looks cold out there.
It's very cold out here, Dan. I am hoping for a big one as well. Doing a little bit of ice fishing. We'll see how things go. Got my tip up right behind me. And of course, do not forget your picks. These are very, very important just because you never know what could happen. Of course, the lakes are continuing to freeze up, but there's still a lot of lakes that are just not quite ice fishing ready just yet. Lake Julia, it's a little bit of a smaller lake, and I tested it out. We are seeing ice around 4 to 5 inches at least in most locations. That is the minimum, at least 4 inches of ice. That's when you are going to be able to go out on the lake. Of course, the frozen lake, and things will be a little bit more safe. But if the ice is not 4-inch thick, you do not want to be out on the lakes, folks. It could be life-threatening as well. Now, weather-wise, though, coldest air of the season has arrived. Morning lows right around 15 below zero, with the wind chill right around 30 below zero. For tonight, though, once again, we are looking at those very cold temperatures making their way back into the area. We are looking at lows once again right around 15 below zero. Wind chill's not quite as cold as what we experienced this morning just because it was very windy outside, a little bit more of a lighter breeze out there for tonight, but it is still going to feel very, very cold outside by tomorrow morning, so please make sure you bundle up out there. The coldest air of the season has arrived, and just how quickly it arrived, that's how quickly it will begin to warm up. We are looking at temperatures back in the 30s and above freezing within the next few days, especially by Sunday into Monday timeframe. So yes, we will be melting a little bit more of the snow away, but overall though, this is the coldest air of the season. No worries though, 30s. We'll be right back. Reporting to you live here in Lake Julia in Rhinelander, I'm meteorologist Konrad Supinski, News Watch 12.
Stay warm, Konrad. Thank you. And with the first snowfall of the year, our meteorologist Konrad Supinski is out and about. He joins us now from Minocqua's Torpy Park. Konrad, how is it out there?
Dan, I'm here in the Minocqua area. At the moment, we are seeing some light snow showers, but it just looks like an absolute winter wonderland. It does look like this town is fully prepared for the Christmas months ahead. Perfect timing, right? With a little bit of sprinkle of that snow on top. We saw right around 3 inches of snow overnight last night, and then throughout the day today. Not quite done with the snow falling just yet. Still seeing just a little bit of that lake effect snow. It's very light though, more like flurries or a light snow shower that will be continuing into those overnight hours. Temperatures, though, will continue to cool off. Well, right now, though, we are hovering near freezing, so there is a little bit of slush on the roads. Things are going to take a 180 turn by tomorrow morning with these really cold temperatures making it their way back into the area. We're talking some teens here in the forecast, which means all of this water, all that snow that melted away or became slush will refreeze, and that is a guarantee. So roads will be a bit slick by tomorrow, sidewalks as well, so please be careful out there. I did speak to a representative from the Minocqua Township. She did inform me the snowplows were not out earlier today here in town, but they will be out around 6 p.m. today, mainly spreading some salt because they know exactly what the conditions are going to be. And we're talking the coldest air of the season rolling in by the weekend. We're not going to get above freezing at least the next week and a half to 2 weeks. So now is your time to make sure everything is plowed, shoveled, and you put some salt down. Be careful out there. By tomorrow morning, things are definitely going to look a lot more slick. Reporting to you live in Minocqua, in this winter wonderland, I'm meteorologist Konrad Supinski, News Watch 12.
Thanks, Conrad.